This is JC DeLass with this week's Fidelis Care Coaches Corner, and our guest this week is Sue Behme. She's the head women's lacrosse coach at the University of Rochester. Coach, you're beginning your 7th season here at the U of R, this after 13 seasons at Geneseo and Nazareth, and then you spent a couple of years building a Division I program at Fresno State. What was the motivation for you to come back to this area to coach?
Well, I'm originally from Syracuse, so my family was in Syracuse and still is, so that was a big driving force. My mother was ill, so I felt it was really a good time for me to come back, and the University of Rochester job just happened to be open, and in the coaching world, you sometimes have to take a look at the bigger picture outside of yourself and do what's in the best interest of not only yourself, but more importantly, your family.
Building a Division I program like that, really starting from scratch, how has that helped you as a coach now here at the U of R?
Well, I think we had a strong foundation within this program. We're one of the most historied women's lacrosse programs out of Division I, II, or III. So there's been a history of really strong women's coaches here at the University of Rochester. I think in my transition back, obviously we had to recruit on the Division I level, on a national level. So you're constantly traveling, you're constantly evaluating and communicating with parents and student athletes from all over the country. So I think that on that end, the recruiting standpoint was an easy transition for me to bring into this program. But there's no shortcuts on really, building a program onto a highly consistent level. And really that's one of the ultimate goals for us, mainly coupled with, the student athletes here having, the best educational and positive experience both on and off the field.
With kids that are at the high school level now, what do you think is the best advice you can give them to prepare to advance their careers at the collegiate level as student athletes?
They definitely need to do their homework. I think it's all about them finding the right fit academically and athletically for themselves. I think there's this early timeline of verbal commitments and rushing into the recruiting process because they feel that they're going to miss out. I also think there's a lot of social pressure coming in from a lot of different angles. And, my best advice is just to sit back, relax, enjoy being, a student athlete at the high school level, and don't forget why you're doing what you're doing. And, I think that all of the pressure that they're putting on themselves and, outside folks are putting on them, isn't necessarily helping them find the right fit. I think they need to do their homework. They need to take their time and really research and be open to the process. And each school, each division, they're all very different. But that's okay, and that's a good thing for them.
Just a few seconds left. What's the best part about coaching at the U of R for you?
The best part is definitely working with the student athletes. I love my players. They have great commitment and passion for what they do both on and off the field, and they make my job really fun every day.
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this week's Fidelis Care Coaches Corner.